Hi guys, and welcome into another Buffy reaction. We are on to season 5 episode 3, and it's called The Replacement. And I have a theory that this has to be something to do with Dawn, the sister. I'm ready for answers. What if she is the replacement? The replacement of what though? Because she just didn't exist before and now she exists. So I don't know. I'm kind of clutching at straws just because I want them to give me the explanation. I'm very ready for it, especially with how they teased the end of the last episode where she was like, Buffy doesn't realize. She thinks I'm just like her stupid little sister. Boy, is she gonna be surprised. Like, she knows something and I need her to share with the class. But yeah, it's been like a really interesting start to the season. Definitely very engaging, thought-provoking. The vibe of the season just feels different. I don't know what it is. If you would like to watch the full episode with me, you can check out my Patreon below. Otherwise, oh my gosh. Is she gonna lay on the couch? I always get excited. Nope. Otherwise, if you would rather just watch the edited version here on YouTube, then let's get into it. I love when she used to lay on that couch all the time, and she's very picky about where she lays, and lately the couch has not been anywhere near her #1 choice. She's probably gonna go lay up in my bed.
Nobody knows who I am. Not the real me. No one understands.
No one understands the real me. I took as 15-year-old angst, but clearly it's more than that.
I do have SpaghettiOs. Set them on top of the dryer and you're a fluff cycle away from...
I tried SpaghettiOs for the first time in a long time, like a year ago. So bad. I don't remember them being that bad.
Folks are back. Yeah, maybe it's definitely time to start looking for a new place. Buffy, you been to hell? They had 1 bedrooms, right?
Sad. He probably would rather be in hell than this house anymore.
I could take a little break from the violence for some... Oh, fighting.
Just relax.
What's that? What is relax?
Who uses a cauldron anymore?
Oh my god, that is a big cauldron. Okay, buddy, we've seen it all before. He's a cool looking villain. I wonder if they would introduce like the main villain of the season to us already on episode 3. I wouldn't put it past him, but I'm also, I don't know. He did seem intense. He seemed intense. He had a big cauldron and everything, you know. That's very cool. But he might just be our monster for the episode.
La la, I'm on my way to Xanders. Just warning you, Xander.
Ooh, he's serious about getting out of his parents' basement.
Hey, we're just looking.
Whoa.
Nice. And not subterranean.
Hey. Ah.
Why are you judging?
We're clean and quiet.
We can have
Are we
the
quiet?
Scooby meetings in the living room.
Guys, you can't
What
save it for
are
the
you
bedroom.
doing?
We run your credit check based on the application.
Oh no. Credit check?
Credit check.
He'll take it. Xander, go get the furniture. I'll wait here. He's been living in his drunken parents' basement where something urinated on the hot plate.
But why can't we have it?
I told you.
Yeah.
My construction job is ending and I won't have any more money coming in.
He's been doing that construction.
I don't really feel like taking a tour of beautiful things that I can't have.
I guess I'll just start on that application. I think you'll
Are
like
you
it.
gonna?
I've been
Okay.
told I have lovely penmanship.
Okay, clear. So, okay. Maybe I was just gonna say Magic Box Q. Giles? Do you need employees? Do you need to hire Xander, perhaps?
Cast me hands off at the wrist.
Hello?
Feeble man, you are not likely to strike back.
Oh my god, Giles! You
You
cannot.
are not the Slayer. You do not concern me.
Okay, you came to us. Oh, wow. Look at him flow away like that.
Turned and swept out majestically.
Swept out majestically.
He said I didn't concern
Perfect.
him.
That is what happened.
Well, I'm not dead or unconscious, so I say bravo for me.
Yeah, good job.
It also says that for a demon, he's unusually sophisticated.
Sophisticated. So I should discuss men's fashions with him before I chop his head off?
And he doesn't fight willy-nilly either. Like, he just cares about his targets.
The city dump.
I love when they
Where it
go
smells good to relax and be...
and patrol, like, all together in a big group. It's so fun.
Scavenging, ain't I?
Very pretty.
Spike,
His shopping
looking
cart.
for a demon? Oh,
What does he need a mannequin for?
Take cover! Big guy!
Oh my god. Spike's just here for the show. Oh, shoot.
Hey,
You
That's
okay?
not good. What is that? No, I'm afraid that like did something to him that's gonna change him or something.
Take it slowly.
Yep, it did something. So the replacement doesn't have to do with Dawn. Am I gonna go another episode without knowing what the hell is going on with Dawn? Okay, the replacement is Xander. I mean, that's gotta be the real him stuck right there, right? Or did he leave behind a copy of himself? I don't even know. It could work either way. How am I supposed to know which one the replacement is? Would he know? I bet both of hims think that they're the real one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not just cat pee, my friend. Who knows what you're smelling? Oh my god, Xander's gonna be concerned when he sees himself. Oh my god, it's stressing me out that I don't know which one's the real Xander. Did you guys make an assumption? Am I supposed to make an assumption? I feel like maybe they would have seen if this one was still lying on the ground when they helped the other one up. So I'm gonna assume this is the one left behind is the replacement. Wait.
Oh my god. Who is me?
Who is me?
What am I doing in there?
Off to a great start.
Come on, Buffy.
Why is he dressed like that? Okay, just kidding, maybe.
Hung up.
Oh, our friend. Our little bestie Dawn. Tell me where you came from, little girl. Yeah, let me see what you're trying to do with this mannequin. I'm very curious about this as a centerpiece of your home. Is that supposed to be Harmony? Or is it Buffy?
Oh, Slayer.
It's Buffy.
One of these days.
He's kind of obsessed with her. Oh, he's just... Oh, this is just what they wear for construction. Okay, okay. Why are we not going directly to Buffy?
Get my being fired absolutely free.
Oh.
Your work here has been first rate.
Oh.
We have another job lined up in Carlton when we finish here.
Oh, great.
Why isn't he firing me?
Well, that's a good thing.
Interior carpentry crew. See how it goes.
That would be great.
That coin. There's something weird about that coin. That gives him good luck or like manipulates people to do or say what he wants or something.
You and your girl should go out and celebrate.
I already have an idea how.
Time to buy the apartment. Yeah.
I hope you'll be happy here, Mr. Harris.
Honestly, let's just let this
Certainly
coin
happy to have
Xander.
you.
Thank you.
Let's let coin Xander get us what we want, then get rid of him, jump right in,
Call me.
have a great life.
I'm leaving my home number here.
She's coming on to him.
Remember, anytime.
Here we go.
I won't let you do this! You can't do this to me!
Oh, I think Coin Xander definitely knows what's up. What if, like, the demon is possessing Coin Xander? Although you would think he would want to take care of real Xander then.
It stole my face.
Oh my
We have
god.
to find it, and we have to kill it.
No. No, they have to be smart enough to not just believe the first one that tells them.
Just listen. It's me, Xander. And I can prove it.
Just let him keep going. Just let it keep going.
Do we really have to figure out what it is?
Honestly,
Let's just go
win
kill
for
it.
us having Willow on our side.
He hit Xander with that blast, and somehow it allowed him to take Xander's form.
It's an evil robot constructed from evil parts that look like me, designed to do evil.
Or it's Toth.
Or it's tough.
You have to help me figure this out, you know.
But I never help.
That's not true. Sometimes we all help to save you.
Okay, that's not where I thought that comforting sentence was gonna go.
This demon, he's like taking my life, and everyone's treating him like a grown-up.
You are a grown-up now.
Well, I'm starting to feel like
He's better.
he's doing everything better. I don't know, maybe I should just let him have it. Take my life, please.
Xander, no.
Yikes. Oh wow. He's in a worse space than I expected.
Anya,
You think he's after her?
she won't know. No way, he can take anything, but he can't have her. I need her.
Really?
He could be with her right now.
You didn't think about Anya till just now?
That's
Hey, wait till you have an evil twin. See how you handle it.
a good point. It took him a while to think of Anya, but he seems to really be panicking.
Fine.
Oh yeah, she had an evil twin.
Anya?
You really
God.
got this apartment?
He's got a whole picnic.
I really did.
The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
I wish I could see these famous ceiling fans.
The ceiling fan is so nice.
What happens next?
Well, at some point, we take off our clothes.
What is this demon trying to do?
When do we get a car?
A car.
A car.
And a boat?
A
No, wait,
boat.
I mean a puppy. Or a child. I have a
Valid.
list
When
somewhere.
is the puppy gonna
What are
be
you
here?
talking about?
I don't have time just to let these things happen.
There's no hurry.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
There's a hurry, Xander. I'm dying. I may have as
What?
few as 50 years left.
50 years.
Well,
What is this?
yeah, because she's mortal now.
This is about this.
Oh.
About the sling.
But that's what triggered her thoughts of all this.
You were gonna live for thousands of years. And now you're gonna age and die.
That's pretty tough. I never thought of that aspect of it, of her switch over.
Get away from her!
Xander!
Okay.
Xander!
He stole my face. He's trying to trick you.
Oh no.
Anya, you know I'm me, right?
I feel like Anya's gonna be able to tell. I trust her.
Make it go away.
So you're thinking we split up?
Girl.
Yeah.
I can't get mad at her.
You didn't have a Xander. You had a demon in a Xander suit.
Please,
What
listen.
makes you so sure that yours is the right one?
Neither Xander is a demon.
What?
Is one of them a robot?
Ferula gemina. It splits one person into half, distilling personality traits into two separate bodies.
What?
Yes. One with all the
What's up with the
qualities inherent
coin?
in Buffy Summers, the other with everything belongs to the Slayer alone.
But which one's the real one?
They're both
Interesting.
real. They're both Xander. Neither one of them is evil. Kill the weaker Buffy half, and the Slayer half dies.
So the same goes for the Xanders.
Oh, that's so smart for a villain to do.
I don't know.
Okay, now I absolutely can't get mad at
Look
her
at
because
him.
they both are
Listen to
him.
I'm thinking
Oh
less.
my god. Where did you get that? We need to show up right now, please.
No, don't shoot him!
That's gonna go off. Oh, we're so not gonna get to keep this apartment.
Instead of having Slayer Buffy, you could have Buffy Buffy.
Oh, you think that's how it would split? I don't think that's how it would split.
The whole bad ice skating movie obsession? Everything. There's no part of you I'm not in love with.
That's nice.
My gun. He's got my gun.
You own a
Oh
gun?
my god, that's hers.
Xander,
Okay.
you've been split in two, but you're both Xander, and you can't kill each other.
Oh, but he has a thing in his pocket. A
Yeah,
shiny disc
what's
that
up with the
stuns
coin?
Disorients. Cover your eyes.
This?
It'll melt your brain.
It'll melt your brain.
It's a nickel someone flattened on the railroad track. I found it on the construction site. I thought it was cool. It's not
Oh.
magic.
Let's go.
Oh. Yep. Okay. You're here.
Hey, I just made a small cleaning deposit.
Yeah. We're losing this apartment so fast. We can't be doing all this in here.
Sword.
Oh, are we about to take care of him right now? Okay, he's just dead? Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Psychologically, this is fascinating. Make everyone want to lock them in separate rooms and do experiments on them.
Yeah. I mean, no.
All the same physical attributes.
We're completely identical.
I mean...
Yeah, we checked out some stuff in the car on the way over.
So...
It's not like it'd be cheating. They're both Xander.
How weird was it when she called me Mister?
We're ready. We should do it now.
Go
What do
on.
we do if it doesn't work?
Kill us both, Spock.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
They're the same now.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
'cause-
clearly a bad influence on himself.
No, it's because they're like accepting each other's flaws and assets.
Are you sure you know how to do this?
Oh, yeah, it'll be
Here
fine.
we go. Let the spell be ended.
You gotta be kidding. Let the spell be ended. That's not gonna work.
No way. Is that all it is? No way. What? Okay, good job, Willow. He's still gonna be moving out, though. That's really exciting.
Nostalgic?
No.
There, that's where Hanya and I drowned the Sapavro demon.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, and right there, that's where I got my heart all ripped out. I just thought you could help carry a little.
Me?
Yes, you can help him
Buffy has super
sometimes.
strength. Why don't we just load her up?
No,
like
it's
one of
o-
those little horses.
Nope.
I'm just your slave.
Oh my god.
She digs the whole package. It's obvious.
Still, I do envy you sometimes. Not that I'm still into Buffy. Not that I ever was.
I'm well aware of how lucky I am. Half of me is just on fire, going crazy if I'm not touching her. The other half
Is
is
terrified.
so still and peaceful. Just knows this is the one.
I was gonna say terrified because he's always terrified that she's gonna hurt herself. But that's way more deep than that.
She
Okay.
doesn't love me.
You got something else for me to carry?
Why are you just dropping that on Xander? What? I mean, I kind of guessed so.
Sure.
I kind of, Okay. Okay. We're having this conversation now. Okay. Like, I know that they're not endgame, and maybe it is because, and we've talked about that before, but maybe it is just because we don't feel from Buffy what we know she's capable of feeling for someone that she loves when it comes to Riley. Like, she's worried for him. I don't know. The way that Riley is so terrified all the time of her safety and everything, it's like he doesn't know what he would do without her in his life in like a really intense way that comes with romantic love. She honestly just seems to act toward him like she does with any of her other friends, except she likes to make out with him. The physical attraction's definitely there for her, but emotionally, it's like he's one of her friends. And I didn't want to like put too much into that at first, because obviously the only other time we've seen her really in love, the only time we've seen her in love, I think, is with Angel. And her emotional connection with Angel and her feelings about Angel were just so strong and visible and prudent in every episode and every moment. You could just feel that love that she had for him through the screen. And it's not the same here. Wow, that's kind of crazy that Riley knows. It's also crazy to me that we're already having that conversation on episode 3, because I figured if we were going into the season with Riley, which I know we can like take away casts and bring them back and take them away. I just kind of figured that they would be together again throughout the season, and then maybe a mid-season finale at the earliest. He knows, oh man. Well, I mean, he just told us. He knows how in love with her he is. So it's like he's so in love that he's okay with her not feeling that way back. Like he just wants to be with her until she realizes that. That's really sad. That's really sad. I wonder how fast that's going to move along. Or when Buffy's going to realize. That's so interesting that he just dropped that on Xander. Hello. So happy for Xander that he is getting a new place. Obviously, there at the end, they kind of made a joke of it, but he really doesn't have happy memories in this house, and I do want him to get out. I want him to get distance from his parents. Him getting his own place is going to be so good for him, and I didn't realize he was still doing construction, but now he, is taking on construction full time, which is great. So maybe he will be able to keep the apartment as long as we cover up, all of the fighting marks that we just left in it. Don't pay attention to the hole in the carpets, Inspector. It's fine. So that's really cool to see. It's really, I'm just really loving this season already compared to the start of the season 3, because even though like some of our main cast were moving on to college and that was the transition, this season feels like much more of a mature transition. Like Giles is getting a job. Xander is moving out. Riley is very mature and self-aware about his relationship with Buffy. Buffy is in full Slayer mode, a little bit too Slayer mode. It's like some seasons she kind of rejects the fact that she has to be a Slayer. Like we started the episode with her just studying, and then watching the movie and immediately comparing it to Slayer moves. It's like she's losing herself to the Slayer side of her and forgetting to just be Buffy. In the past, we've had that conversation and we've explored those themes of like Buffy, as they said, and Slayer Buffy. How she needs to learn to balance that. But maybe it's not so much about balance as much as just allowing both of them to integrate, to be each other in the way that Xander was able to do at the end of this episode, which it was such a cool concept, like seeing like the best attributes and the worst attributes of a person being split into two people. But then notice like when they came face to face and spent more time together and realized that they could coexist, they became so similar and still held those attributes. I don't know, I think that's something that Buffy still needs to learn. Like, she doesn't have to be Slayer mode, Buffy mode. Like, she can be both. Those things can happen at the same time. I really thought Toth, the demon of this episode, I really thought he had what it took to be like an overarching villain of the whole season, simply because I was charmed by his style. Like, he just looked and acted like a big bad that was deserving of a longer role. And I love that for him, even though, he took a sword to the gut. And I just loved the whole concept of the episode. I thought it was so cool, just entertainment-wise, like finding out the twist of like, well, who is the real Xander? We, even as the audience, can't really be sure. And then it's like, oh, well, that's obviously not the real Xander because he has a magic coin, which was a perfect little misleading nugget to kind of veer us where they wanted us to be. And then to find out that they're both Xander, and exactly like Riley said, the psychology of that was just so cool to see. Like, it was nice for Xander to see that all those best attributes that his dark insecurities don't believe that he has, he was able to see that actually, yes, you do have those things. You can do those things. I don't even want to say that the worst attributes of Xander is like necessarily bad or like pathetic in any way. It more so was his insecurities that kept him from being able to be his best self. But also I feel like if you were a person that was only the best attributes of yourself, you'd be so cocky and just get ahead of yourself, and that would cause like you to dig yourself into a deep hole. So both sides are necessary and like human. And I also thought it was really interesting when in the car Riley and Buffy were talking, and she was talking about how if she got zapped, one side of her would become Buffy and one side of her would become Slayer Buffy. And I absolutely don't think that Slayer Buffy is her best attributes and Buffy is her worst. Like, that's not how it splits in my mind. It's not about what you physically are capable of, it's like emotionally as well. And like Slayer Buffy, for example, would just be a machine and have no heart. Your heart is one of your best attributes. And I think she associates that as weakness with Buffy, but it's not. That would have been interesting to see how, I don't know, I would love to get everyone in the cast be split by that gun and see what the show would consider to be their best and worst attributes and how they would, split those personalities into two people, because seeing it with Xander was really interesting. I think just Xander seeing it for himself was so helpful to him, and it's going to be is the perfect like kick in the ass that he needs to realize that he can do all of the things that he wants to accomplish. Oh, it was just also really sad to see like how absolutely depressed he is, but then I guess when I realized that it was his worst self thinking his worst thoughts and having his worst insecurities, like I've said, him saying like, oh, well, maybe the better Xander should just stick around, he can take my life. That's like really dark. He's like, I could give up my life. The worst thought to have. He would give up his life just so that the world could have the better version of him. That is a really, really, really dark place to be. And of course, full Xander has like the lighter attributes to dig him out of that dark space in his mind, but there is that dark space in his mind, clearly, we've learned, that has had thoughts of like maybe the world would be better without a mess like me, that was really heartbreaking to see. And then side plot, Anya facing the fact that she's mortal, I thought was really interesting for her psychology as well. This is like very psychology-centered episode. Anya really having to face her mortality, like when she switched to being human from being the vengeance demon, all I was thinking about was, oh, that sucks to lose your powers. I mean, it's good in our case because she was a vengeance demon, but like for her, it was like losing her powers that was at the forefront of her troubles. But now, like really facing the fact that you were immortal, or I don't know, they said she could have lived on for thousands and thousands of years. I think she was pretty much immortal or just had a crazy long lifespan. And now she's mortal and she's gonna die in like 50 to 60 years probably. Yeah, that's like a really scary thing to face for someone who has lived thousands of years. And I totally understand why she is impatient about wanting to like live her life to the fullest and check off all the bucket list things that she wants to do. Obviously, she needs to learn some patience and learn that, this is human and this is just how it works, and we do have time. And I think her and Xander might get there. I think they might be endgame, actually. I still want to see a lot more growth from her and more appreciation for Xander from her. But I think if they are gonna have them stay together throughout the entire series, we have plenty of time for her to continue to learn. No mention of Dawn's presence, no answers about Dawn, so I guess, God, what if they just, I don't know, they're really stretching that out, they're really keeping me on my toes there, and yeah, I'm just really thrown off by that ending, I will say. Like, Riley being that emotionally intelligent is surprising to me. Him being able to see that in Buffy is a lot for someone to be able to recognize. I don't know, I think I underestimated how much he loves her based on how he was talking at the end there. So even though when they inevitably break up, I'm not going to be like crying over it, but I think I will be more sad about it now after seeing his monologue at the end there. I'll be more sad for him. I don't know. That was something. Next Buffy episode is called Out of My Mind, which sounds very fun. that is what the season is going to drive me to, is being out of my mind, if I'm not already. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.